Hello again, folks. Bart Heitch here at Supreme Court's Playdates Day 2. Live here with Coach Self of Guntersville and Brandon Fussell, the star guard, going to be a senior this year. Coach, just came off the court. How do you feel about your performance in that first, I guess it's the first day of the summer for your team?
Felt good. Good to play somebody different. We've been practicing against each other, so good to see some different competition. Kind of get up and down a little bit. Didn't know what to expect. We got a lot of new guys. Obviously, we bring back Brandon, who's our stable force, our go-to guy. Everybody knows that's no secret, but we didn't know about the pieces around it, trying to mesh those together. But I thought our depth looked pretty good in that first game. I thought we were able to sub some guys in, not have a drop-off. Ran the floor pretty well in transition. Got to clean up some stuff defensively that we really need to do better. But for the first play date, come here. I'm just glad to be able to come out of the gym practicing, come over here to Supreme Courts, and get a game in, and overall happy with that first game.
Brandon, like for you, like Coach is talking about, in the summertime you got a lot of room, to critique things and find who to play with, and what do you feel like as a senior? What's the mentality going in, defensively, offensively, getting your teammates involved, especially those new guys? What do you look for? You've played with a lot of guys over your career. What are you looking for in instilling in those teammates what they've got to do to be a part of Guntersville basketball?
I think the main thing is chemistry, and then just talking to each other on and off the court. Just getting to know each other. Chemistry is definitely really big.
Folks out there, kids out there, chemistry on and off the court is a huge deal. You need to hang out with your teammates. That's a definite. But Coach, you're going back to what you're talking about, the rotation. I watched the game, and I thought it looked great. I saw you're trying to put different guys who works well together, who doesn't. But your half-court stuff is really good. What are you looking for? Each trip. How many? I guess my question is, how many sets are you trying to run? Is it every possession? Or are you just trying to flow? Because everything out there today looked pretty good offensively.
I appreciate that. I've always been a set guy, and I've probably ran too many sets over the years. This year, I don't know. We lost, Cooper Davidson, who was really good. Kurt was our first down low. We lost Tucker, who could shoot it. So we really, until we can kind of get used to how we want to run stuff in the half court, we want to get out and run today. So our first look was to get out and transition run. We want to try to flow seamlessly into some type of motion. We're adding a little motion offense this year, and then if that doesn't work or a dead ball, we go into our sets. But it's only as good as the players we have, and these guys have come in this week. They've bought into what we've done. We've had to put a lot in just to kind of get ready for these few play dates here. And so, I just thought they did a good job of reading what the defense gave us, looking for the ball and opening transition. If we didn't have anything, get it back out. But when you got to me, I tell him he's the best point guard in the state. People can disagree or argue that, but he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He doesn't look like he needs to. But when you got him, kind of steady the force, get us in what we need to do, help us find the right guy, while trying to tell him to go score on his own, it just makes the offense so much better. So it's really more about them and what they're doing than the plays, but it did look pretty good in that first play date.
I thought the transition looked great.
Yes,
y'all really got out and running. You could tell that was a focus. Everybody, when they got a rebound, when they came in on the outlet, everybody was learning their lanes, getting it out and going. So football offer, partial to my heart. I was kind of a football guy myself at the time. The basketball is really the focus. So this summer, on your basketball, the side of your game, what parts of your game do you want to work on that you feel like you have to expand to get those same types of looks in basketball?
Shooting definitely, but I think I've been shooting the ball really good right now. Coaches haven't really seen me play that much recently, but I think when they do, then they'll notice. But that shooting, vertical, and then just improve on all the little things.
There's a lot of those little things out there. And for both of you, being here in Guntersville, Supreme Court's being as close as it is in the community, obviously everyone has their high school and their gyms that they can work in here and there, and you've seen what's happened with your program and then also with the girls' program. Talk about the validity of a place like this that the kids can just go on their own and go work, and what it does for Guntersville basketball in the whole entire community and the surrounding areas.
Well, I've said it since day one, since I got here, and we had kids at my former school that came here. It's a gold mine, it's a gold mine. And now being head coach at Guntersville for these last 3 years, going into my 4th year, just like today, we were able to get up in the morning, go to the gym, tape, get ready, and then we're a 10-minute drive down the road, and we come here and play good competition, and in our backyard. The facilities are great. I'm more excited about the pizza and the concession stand more than anything. Like, that's really the reason why I really wanted to come. We're fixing to go get one here in a minute. The food's good. You can always count referees to be here. I mean, it's just a well-ran. But for me as a coach, these guys, and he spent a lot of time in here. When I first got hired at Guntersville, my first trip was here at this gym, watching Cooper and Brandon and Kurt and all these guys training with Hyde and them on court too. Like, that was my first trip here, and then I knew how special this place was going to be. But really, I want him to speak on it. But for guys that are high school guys that can just come here, get training, get a pickup session, play dates, like, I would have given anything to have that. Ours was out in the backyard. Here you got air conditioning,
Yes.
3 courts. And the best pizza in town. So that, to me, that's the biggest thing. But Brandon, you talk about more about as a player how this is.
I mean, Coach Hyde, he's been with me for since 2nd grade, and I want to be where I was without him. So, and for him to have this gym is just, I mean, if I just call him or text him and just ask him if I come up, he'll be here in 30 seconds and come let me shoot or whatever.
And outshoot Brandon. I mean, he'll beat him.
I know, bro. I've seen some. I've posted some things, and I've been very impressed with the basketball knowledge. And definitely the stroke.
He hasn't beat me yet, but I haven't played him yet either for a reason. So there you go.
Well, we look forward to seeing you guys back here, and obviously we see you in the gym here all the time. But last question to both of you: what's the expectation this year? Walking into this season, by the end of the summer, you'll have your roles defined, your rotation defined. What's the expectation for Guntersville High?
For me, and I'm very vague with it, obviously, but it's for us to keep improving. So if you look at every year, we've gotten to the Sweet 16. Last year, we got to the Elite 8. We were a couple possessions away from possibly getting to the Final Four, and then know what happens from there. I mean, expectations for us is to keep building every year. So our expectation is this year is to go farther than we did last year. Obviously, it's always to play for a championship. We got a lot of work to do before we talk. We're in that category. I like where we start off on day one. We'll see where we get to the rest of the way. But from a coaching standpoint, it's just keep building every year. We've done that so far. Now year 4, what can we do with a team that's probably deeper than we've had so far since I've been here?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we got a lot of work to do, but I mean, obviously our goal is to just get farther than where we've been and just get as far as we can go. Pretty much it.
Well, that's all I tell everybody. I want every kid's goal that we interview or we work with or anything is to be in that state championship game and be calling that game.
Yep.
So enjoyed sitting with you guys. We look forward to watching you progress throughout the season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for what you do.